TWG, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Once again, good morning, everyone. Next on our agenda item under 2.1 is the submission and opening of bids for the project property appraisal service for the 2024 valuation of CAAP properties and assets nationwide. A rebid under bid number 24-057-08 Bravo. And Mr. Chair, according to our secretariat, we did not receive any bid for this project. Would like to confirm with the secretariat for that.
No bid submitted for item 2.1.
Thank you, Secretariat. With that, Mr. Chair, the technical working group recommends the declaration of the failure of bidding for this project for the consideration of the committee.
GB, any comments? Hindi ka marinig.
Morning, everyone. Move to adopt the recommendation of TWG for the failure of the bid 2.1, sir.
I second, Mr. Chair.
Motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before we move forward, Mr. Chair, regarding the failure of bidding for this project for the property appraisal service for the 2024 valuation of CAAP properties and assets nationwide, considering that this is the second failure of bidding, the technical working group recommends we consider, or the committee considered, in negotiated procurement mode of procurement for this project.
Motion.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of TWG for a negotiated procurement for item number 2.1.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion is approved.
Yes, sir. You can now be excused. For the next, thank you, Captain Tom. For the next agenda item, Mr. Chair, for 2.2, as requested, would like to move the opening at the later part of our agenda.
Okay, let's move that on the later part.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And moving on to the private conference for the project supply, delivery, installation, configuration, testing, and commissioning of standalone CCTV surveillance system for various radar sites, 8 sites. We have end user represented by Ma'am Odeng for the pre-bid presentation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please proceed.
Secretariat, do we have any prospective bidders online for this project? Sir, our prospective bidders for this project, sir, kindly identify yourself, state your name, and the company you represent for records purposes.
Yeah. Good morning. Clarence Tan from Annex Digital.
Good morning, everyone. Noel Ilarde, Annex Digital po.
Okay, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-bid conference for the project supply, delivery, installation, configuration, testing, and commissioning of standalone CCTV surveillance system for various radar sites, 8 sites, with bid number 24077-10 Bravo. The CAAP, through its corporate operating budget for FY 2024, intends to apply a sum of 14,996,764.80 centavos, being the approved budget for the contract, to payments under contract for supply, delivery, installation, configuration, testing, and commissioning of standalone CCTV surveillance system for various radar sites, with bid number 24077-10 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for above procurement project. Delivery of goods is required within 90 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 3 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens or sole proprietorship, partnership, or organization with at least 60% of interest or outstanding capital stocks belonging to citizens of the Philippines or citizens or organization of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. The prospective bidders may obtain further information from the BAC Secretariat, CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the given address during regular hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, except declared holidays, weekends, and suspension of work. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders until the deadline of submission of bids from CAAP Back Office, Mia Road, Pasay City, and upon payment of applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by GPPB in the amount of 25,000 pesos, exclusive of any and all taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for these fees by presenting the official receipt in person or through email. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before November 4, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms in an amount stated in ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on November 4 at 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address below and or via video conferencing Google Meet application. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 Revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Upon payment of the bid documents, bidders must provide their respective email addresses to the BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolutions, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by the bidders. The date when such email was sent shall be considered the date of receipt of the bidders for purposes of complying with the requirements under RA 9184. Bidders must also check the PhilJEP's website, CAAP website, and BAC Secretariat for any bid bulletins and announcements related to the bidding. For further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro Arverquez, Head BAC Secretariat, and the address and contact number as shown. Under Section 3, bid data sheet with corresponding ITB clause. For eligible bidder, ITB clause 5.3. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be supply, installation, testing, and commissioning of CCTV surveillance for airport or various airports. Letter B, the bidder must have completed at least a single contract that is similar to the project, equivalent to 50% of the ABC, or have at least two similar contracts, and aggregate contracts amount should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, 25% of the ABC within 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB Clause 12.0, bid price. The price of goods shall be quoted DDP to CAAP sites or applicable Incoterms for this project. ITB Clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in a form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if the bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 5% of the ABC if the bid security is in surety bond. ITB Clause 19.3, partial bid is not allowed. The goods are grouped in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of the bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For post-qualification requirements under 20.1, the other appropriate documents required to be submitted during the post-qualification are shown, items 1 to 3, failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award. CAAP shall thereafter award the contract to the next lowest calculated responsive bid. Section 5, special conditions of the contract with corresponding GCC clause. Under GCC clause 1.0, the delivery terms applicable for this contract are delivered to the following reader sites: Apari, Bacolod, Calibo, Lawag, Mactan, Naiya, Palawan, and Zamboanga. And the end user or the procuring entity's representative at this project will be the ADG2 or his representative. Under GC Clause 2.2, not applicable. And 4.0, the inspections and tests that will be covered are the following: physical conditions of goods, conformity to the technical specifications, authenticity of goods, and whether goods delivered are functioning. The inspection and tests that will be conducted shall include but not limited to physical inspection inventory or whatever additional tests that the technical inspection team may require. Under Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, the project requires 90 calendar days to implement upon receipt of notice to proceed. For the terms of reference, the general scope of work for the bid requirement, so the supply, delivery, installation, commissioning of CCTV cameras. So we have 3 types of cameras: varifocal dome cameras, fixed bullet cameras, and network speed dome cameras. Per site, we require 15 cameras, 15 units, and a total of 128 units. Also, provide high-definition video monitors for 8 sites. Supply and deliver installation of network video recorders with 16 terabyte HDD storage. Configuration, testing, and commissioning of standalone CCTV surveillance system for 8 sites. Training and transfer of technology for all components of the project, including training, users, technical operation manuals. For the detailed requirements, please see Section 7 under Technical Specification. Other requirements for the project: the bidder must conduct on-site inspection or survey that shall include the following documents and shall form part of the bidder's technical documents: certification from CAAP that the on-site inspection was conducted by the bidder. The bidder must present its authority to conduct site inspection, duly signed by the ADG2 CSIS at the site prior to inspection. Number 2, photocopy of the company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection and the photocopy of the CAAP visitor's logbook. For security purposes, only bidders who presented the proof of purchase of bidding documents is allowed to conduct on-site inspection or survey. Section 8, checklist of technical and financial documents. Under Class A documents, legal documents, valid field jobs registration, all pages, technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts. Please see BF Form 1. Next is the statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract. Please see BF Form 2. Original copy of the bid security in the form of surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of the notarized bid securing declaration. Letter E, conformity to the technical specification, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or other after-sales parts if applicable. Latest official OEM technical characteristics, specification, and/or sales materials reflecting all performance and functional specification of the proposed equipment. Certificate from manufacturer or principal as authorized distributor of the CCTV systems, camera, and its network components or devices offered. Minimum PCAB license required must have at least a licensed particular specialty in electrical or communication facilities. Minimum principal classification should be at least C or D. The size range specialty should be at least small b. Project management certification, at least a professional electronics communication engineer or professional electrical engineer. VAS or Value Added Service certification issued by NTC for future networking requirements. National Privacy Commission certification as Data Privacy Act compliant, ISO 19001 and 2007-001 certification for quality management information security. Authority to conduct site inspection duly signed by the ADG2 or his authorized representative. Please see BF Form 5. Certificate of site inspection duly signed by the CSIS representative, BF Form 6. Original duly signed Omnibus Sworn Statement, OSS. Please see BF Form 3. Legal clearance to be issued by CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidder against the authority. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements for bidders as prescribed under the revised IR of 9184. Bid bulletin, if applicable. For financial documents, the supplier's audited financial statement should not be earlier than 2 years. NFCC, next is the NFCC, the prospective bidder's computation of its NFCC, see BF Form 4. And if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence. Other documentary requirements under RA 9184 for foreign bidders claiming that by reason of their country's extension or reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating the Filipinos are already allowed to participate in the government procurement activities for the same item or product, and certification from DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. For the financial envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished bid form, see bid form 7, original duly signed accomplished financial submission sheet, BF Form 8, bill of quantities, BF Form 9, bids offered from abroad, and bids offered within the Philippines, see BF Form 10 and 11, sir. So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, we are now opening the floor to our prospective bidders for any questions or clarifications to this project. Duly noted. Okay, duly noted, Mr. Chair, and I would like to inform our prospective bidder that should you have any future clarifications or questions in relation to the posted procurement opportunity, please have them in writing so we could formally address your concerns, addressed to the committee through the Secretariat 10 days before the submission and opening of bids. Thank you. With that, Mr. Chair, we can now close the conference for this project and proceed to the next private conference.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next on the agenda item is the private conference for the supply of technical services for the updating and preparation of electrical as-built plan for the Philippine ATMC. Secretariat, do we have prospective bidders joining the conference? There is no attendance of any prospective bidders, Mr. Chair, either online or in person, but we will proceed on the scheduled conference po.
Please proceed.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. So for the supply of technical services for the updating and preparation of electrical as-built plan of Philippine ATM Center. So for the ABC of this project is 1,828,915. The source of fund is approved APP FY 2024 repair and maintenance expenses, and the CBA number is 2408-1021 dated August 12, 2024. The project duration is 120 calendar days. So the supply of technical service for the updating and preparation of electrical as-built plan of the Philippine ATM Center. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the CAAP corporate operating budget for 2024, intends to apply the sum of 1,828,915 pesos, being the ABC to payment under the contract bid number 24-078-010 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. The delivery of goods is required within 120 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 7 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bid documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizen, sole proprietorship, citizenship, or a partnership or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to the citizen of the Philippines, and to citizens or organizations of the country the law or regulation to which grants similar rights or privilege to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from BAC Secretariat of CAAP, Old Mia Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday except declared holidays and suspension of work. Upon payment of bid documents, bidder must provide their respective email address to the BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolutions, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by bidders. The date when such email was sent shall be considered the date of receipt of bidders for the purpose of complying with the requirements of RA 9184. Bidder must also check the PhilGIP's website, CAAP website, and BAC Secretariat for any bid bulletins and announcement related to the bidding. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interest bidders on October 14, 2024 until the deadline for submission of bids from the given address and websites below upon payment of the applicable fees for the bidding documents, pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 5,000 pesos exclusive of all taxes imposed by relevant and government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present their proof of payment for the fees through email. The CAAP will hold a pre-bid conference on October 21, 2024, 9 o'clock a.m. through video conferencing or webcasting via Google Meet application, which will be open for prospective bidders who will coordinate with the BAC Secretariat for Google Meet link. Bids must be duly received by BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before 04 November 2024 at 9 o'clock a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bidders must be accompanied by bid security in any of the acceptable forms in the amount stated in ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on 04 November 2024, 9 o'clock a.m. at the given address. Bids will be opened in the presence of bidders' representative who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the accepted bidders or bidders. You may visit the following website for downloading the bidders. So you may contact Engineer Leandro Arbarquez, Head BAC Secretariat, on the given address and website. So for the instruction to bidders, I will be showing the corresponding bid data sheet with corresponding ITB. For section 5.3, pursuant to this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be technical services for the preparation of electrical as-built plan of industrial and/or commercial facilities, or electrical design consultancy of industrial and/or high or low-rise commercial buildings, and completed within 7 years prior to the deadline of the submission of and receipt of bids. For clause number 7, there's no instruction, no further instruction. For clause number 9, upon payment of the bid documents, bidder must provide the respective email address to BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolution, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by the bidders. For clause number 10.1, bidders are required to include the following technical documents: A. Certificate of site inspection issued by Philippine ATMC ANSFIC or its representative. B. A photocopy of ATMC gate logbook entry showing the date, time, and person visited the site. C. A copy of valid PRC ID of registered electrical engineer who will directly supervise during the activity. And D. An authorized certificate of employment of the registered electrical engineer who will directly supervise the activity. Employment status must be permanent for a year or more to the company during the submission of bids. For clause number 12, the price of goods shall be quoted DDP CAAP Mia Road, Pasay City, or applicable intercommercial terms for this project. For clause number 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amount. The amount of not less than 36,578.30, which is equivalent to 2% of ABC, if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, or B, the amount of not less than 91,445.75, which is equivalent to 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For clause number 19.3, there's no further instruction. And for the post-qualification, as shown, for the clause number 21, there's no further instruction. For the special conditions of the contract, the delivery term of applicable to this contract are delivered at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Philippine ATM Center, Pasay City. And for the purpose of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at project site is Engineer Julius D. Resquier, NCR Field Officer Chief. For this special for clause number 4, the test results stated in section 7, technical specification, shall conform with the following. A, all printed or hard copies submitted shall bear the signature and dry seal of a duly registered professional electrical engineer, reflecting the PRC number, date of issuance of PRC, PTR number, and date or place of issuance and TIN. Letter B, a copy of current PRC license, ID, and professional tax receipt of professional electrical engineer. And C, certificate of the professional electrical engineer under oath that the electrical as-built plan was reviewed and updated bearing the date of review. For the schedule of requirements, the completed and updated electrical as-built plan of ATM Center platted in A1 size mylar paper bearing the signature and dry seal of duly registered professional electrical engineer, reflecting the PRC number, date of issuance of PRC, PTR number, and date or place of issuance and TIN. Number 2, a completed updated electrical as-built plan of ATM Center white printed in A1 size paper, soft bounded, and bearing the signature and dry seal of a duly registered professional electrical engineer reflecting the PRC number, date of issuance of PRC, PTR number, and date or place of issuance and TIN. So these are 4 sets. And the third is complete the same as above, but this time on an A3 size paper, soft bounded, and the same with the dry seal of registered professional electrical engineer, 4 sets. Also, an electronic copy of electrical as-built plan of the Philippine ATMC saved on a USB flash drive in 2024 version of AutoCAD software, 4 sets. A copy of the current PRC license ID of professional and professional tax receipt of professional electrical engineer, 1 piece. A certificate of professional electrical engineer under oath that the electrical as-built plan was reviewed and updated bearing the date of review, 1 piece, and method of working procedure to be approved by the end user prior to the commencement of work for the winning bidder. So for the technical specification, it's basically the same with the requirements. Okay, so that's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, looking at the attendance online in Google Meet, there appears no additional attendance for any prospective bidders. And considering that this conference is being recorded, we'd like to inform who are potential prospective bidder that any questions or clarifications regarding the project can be submitted in writing to the committee through the secretariat 10 days before the submission opening of bids. And with that, Mr. Chair, would like to formally close the pre-bid conference for this project. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the next.
However, we have one pending item, which is the submission or rather the opening of submitted bid for the purchase installation of communications equipment for Lawag International and Cauayan Airport, Mr. Chair.
Let's proceed with the opening of bids.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Secretariat, may we request the bidder to join the meeting? Mr. Chair, for this project, we receive one submission, and the submission we receive is from Evercon Builders and Equipment Corporation. For record purposes, may we request the authorized representative to identify himself, sir? Approach the microphone. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Malcolm Ong from Evercon Builders.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, shall we proceed with the opening? Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sir, before we proceed with the openings, Sir Malcolm, kindly confirm that this is your submitted bid.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. The second package is, well, it's the original technical component submission. We'll proceed with the opening of the technical component. Thank you, sir. Ako pala. Ito pa pala open. Technical component document includes the submitted flash drive. I believe this is for the soft copy of the submitted proposal, Mr. Chair, as required in the bidding document. So there are 3 hardbound red documents labeled Volume 1, Volume 2, well, I suppose this is Volume 0. Yes, the hardbound containing the eligibility requirements. We'll proceed with the opening. Secretary, checklist, please.
Under technical component envelope, valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, including all pages.
Certificate of PhilJEPS registration issued to Evercon Builders and Equipment Corporation, valid until November 17, 2024. Mayor's permit, still valid. Tax clearance, still valid. Audited financial statement filed on time. All 3 pages submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts.
Statement of all government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, which are similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the as the project subject of the bidding. Signed, submitted.
Next is statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid.
SLCC, signed, submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration. With seal and authorized, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specification, which may include production delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales or parts.
Conformity with the technical specifications with compliance statements and references as stated. Last page, signed, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative.
OSS. Signed and authorized. Together with the secretary's certificate. Signed and authorized. Submitted.
Bid bulletins if applicable.
Bid bulletins. Seven, 6, 5, 4. Oh, sorry, it's not showing on the screen. 7, 6, 5, 4. 3, 2, and 1. Submitted.
Under financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or the NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation.
NFCC in the amount of 6,098,091,129 pesos and 34 centavos, more than the ABC, signed, submitted.
Under Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement.
Not applicable.
That would be all for the technical components.
With that, Mr. Chair, the submitted technical component of Evercon Builders is initially rated as passed. Moving on to the opening of the financial component envelope, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Ano? Ay, mga pala. Sorry. Ang mahibis nito. Inside the financial component envelope is a bind document together with a flash drive, assuming this is the soft copy of the submitted financial component envelope shown on the screen. Secretary, checklist, please.
Under financial component envelope, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating the Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities.
Not applicable.
Certification from the DTI if the bidder claim preference as a domestic entity.
Not applicable.
Original or duly signed and accomplished price schedule.
Submitted the price schedule for goods offered from abroad and for goods offered from within the Philippines. signed, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid form, duly signed and accomplished, and the financial bid is in the amount of 68,388,880 pesos with no discount. Once again, the financial bid is in the amount of 68,388,800 pesos with no discount and below the ABC. The ABC, Mr. Chair, is 72 million. Yes, 993, sorry. 717.28. With that, Mr. Chair, considering the submitted financial proposal of Evercon Builders is below the ABC and met the submitted documentary requirements, the technical working group recommends the conduct of bid evaluation of the submitted bid proposal to determine the completeness and if there is any arithmetical correction necessary on their submitted bid for the consideration of the committee.
Move to adopt, Mr. Chair, the recommendation of the TWG for the conduct of bid evaluation on the submitted proposal of Evercon Builders and Supply to ascertain completeness of bids and to determine if there are mathematical or arithmetical correction.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to thank our bidder for joining the opening.